I'm Maxwell, the DRIVETRIBE mechanic, and today I've been sent a bunch of videos by the DRIVETRIBE team, and I'm going to break them down for you. Right, this is the first video, let's take a look. Big old dirty diesel engine. It looks brand new, actually. Yeah, right from coal. Ooh, damn. That is, yeah, oh boy. That looks like a bottom end bearing failure, or the bolts have clearly failed there and it's just yeeted itself out the side of the block. Probably due to the torque settings being wrong on the bolt, but that is an expensive fail. Definitely don't want that happening on a brand new engine. That's a whole new block, so you might as well throw that engine in the bin, start all over again. Right, next video. I can already tell you where this is going.
Man, you finna get blasted on.
Yep, his friend is bang on. His friend is spot on. Don't do it. Yeah. His car's obviously overheated, and he's decided the right thing to do is open the water expansion tank and possibly top it up or let out the pressure, whatever it is he was trying to do. Never ever do that. If your car is hot, do not open the radiator cap, do not open the expansion tank. That water can be hotter than boiling temperature. And as soon as you open it up, that is gonna immediately turn into steam, and it will be over 100 degrees, burning your hand off. He's gonna feel that in the morning. Where's our next one now? Okay, that's an interesting noise. He's got a socket stuck in the gearbox bell housing. I guarantee it's a 10mm. It is a 10mm. I've got to stop that there a second. I really rate that mechanic because what he did there was get a small die grinder, just trim away a tiny bit of the gap in the bell housing to get the 10mm out, which has saved him probably about 4 or 5 hours worth of time taking the gearbox out, taking the clutch off to get that little socket out. But whoever got that stuck in the first place, dude, do better. You need to do better than that. If you drop a 10mm or you drop any socket, find it before you finish the car and hand it back to the customer. You can't be giving dude his Porsche back and you've lost a socket in there somewhere. That is a no-go. Right, moving on. Oh, wow. That is... So this dude's got an aftermarket exhaust on an aftermarket exhaust. They've like welded tips to make it a quad pipe rear end. However, the exhaust already looks aftermarket, which doesn't make sense. Why didn't they just do a quad tip? Surely it would have cost the same amount of money to get some tips and weld it to the already built aftermarket exhaust and do it properly than what they've done there. That's a weird mod, I can honestly say. Not sure. I mean, I appreciate the effort, 100% appreciate the effort. Sometimes needs must, and you've got what you've got in the box and you just gotta make it work. If it's a make it work situation, then I rate it. But if they actually went out of their way to make that happen and bought the parts separately, etc., again, it's not really a win for me. But you know, it's your car, do whatever you want. It's your life, it's your money. Next. Don't forget, we have great DRIVETRIBE merch like the t-shirts, we have the Evo t-shirts, hoodies, hats, loads of cool stuff in the merch store. And in case you haven't noticed, my location is different. We have got ourselves a brand new office. Finally, it's been a long time in the making. It is very exciting. We literally just moved in today. There's gonna be a lot more on that coming up soon. We will give you the guided tour as soon as we're up and ready. Anyway, on to the next clip. Okay, I'm gonna stop that right there. He's using a spring compressor. Now these things scare me. I don't care how long you have been a mechanic for. No mechanic in the world, no mechanic watching this can ever tell me spring compressors don't scare you. They scare me. It's always sketchy. No matter what quality or brand spring compressors you use, they are always a bit terrifying. Anyway, let's see what happens. I'm not sure, but I'm already worried. Ooh, damn! That spring yeeted into oblivion. Ooh, bounced off his van as well. He's lucky he didn't smash his face off. It looks like it slipped out of the compressor. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but that was very lucky it didn't hit me in the face. Another thing is if you're using spring compressors, just keep your body away from it. Because if that spring snaps on the compressor or it slips out or anything like that, it hits you in the face, you're gonna be going to A&E for sure. Okay, what's this next clip now? Here we go. I can imagine Kanye doing some stuff like this. That's good. I don't know if we have this in the UK, but America and a few other countries, they have these all-you-can-carry scrapyards, which you pay just a set amount. You might pay $100 or whatever it is to get in, and you can get whatever you want you can take with you as long as you can carry it in your arms without any sort of trolley or anything. So anything you can carry, you can take with you. So you can pay £100 and come out with a bunch of bumpers if you can carry them, or a whole engine like this dude. It's pretty awesome. I've never heard of that in this country, but I think it should be a thing. Scrapyards, if you're listening, do it, all you can carry. I'm down. I'll bring my immense strength there. A couple of boys.
If you were to do it, what would you carry?
If I was to go, that's a good question. If they did a Renault Kadjar breaker yard, all you can carry, I'd have hella rims, probably some nice interior. I don't know, I'll figure it out. But it's definitely a win, all you can carry. I like the idea of that. It's something that the UK mechanics or UK breaker yards should definitely get onto, because I think it's fair, I think it's cool. Because you might come home with a bonnet and that's $100, or you might come home with an engine that's $100. Either way, they're making a decent amount of money, you're getting a decent amount of stuff. It's a good win, it's a win-win. I think it's a good idea. What's this next clip? Okay. Yeah, he's driven into a hole, cool. Don't do this. Don't do this. Your car, it has a towing eye. You just have to pull the cap off. They have towing eye. Every single car has, if it hasn't got a towing eye visible, it's in the bumper. You just have to pull the cap off. Why would you tie it around your rim? That's such a bad idea. A good way to damage your rim, and probably a good way to hurt yourself or someone else as well. That's definitely one of those 5-minute crafts, TikTok hacks or whatever. Don't do it. If you get stuck, if you can't get out the proper way, call a recovery company. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. Oh. Do you know what? I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad about it. It's definitely the most budget mod I've ever seen in my life. But you know what? If it keeps the kids quiet in the back, I'm all for it. And it probably cost a couple of pence to order one of those, what they call little sleeves. In that situation, I'd say you could listen to TikTok. You're not going to hurt yourself doing that. Before we get into the next one, it's only fair that I tell you about a mechanical fail that I experienced. It wasn't personally me working on the car, but I was at the garage at the time. I'm not going to say any names. Basically, service was done on the car. The garage owner decided to start the engine, run it up and run it to temperature, but he didn't put the oil back in the car. So basically, he destroyed a perfectly good engine by letting it run for about 15-20 minutes before he realized that there was a horrific rattling noise coming from the garage and the damage had been done by the time he noticed. So yeah, that's a pretty bad L. What, next video.
Customers complaining about a loud noise coming from the front right wheel.
Loud noise. Ooh. That's a... Oh, damn. I'll be honest with you. That is one of those sorts of problems that could drive a mechanic absolutely bonkers. You could end up looking at ball joints and suspension and stuff like that and track rod ends and drive shafts before you notice that there's a cap stuck in the wheel. It's probably the last thing you'd even think to look at. Obviously the car's on a lift, it's at eye level, they've seen it, but that is one of those silly problems that could drive you absolutely bonkers. And I'm very intrigued to see how much that mechanic's going to charge the customer in diagnostic labor to figure that one out. Final clip, this is supposedly the best. Save the best to last. Let's have a look what happens here. I'm not sure if I'm scared or excited. Oh no. It started off so well. straight away. For some reason, and there comes the white smoke, for some reason people seem to think that because they have a 4x4, it automatically makes it into a submarine. That engine sounds toast. And that white smoke means that water has got straight into the cylinders, so it's sucked a load of water in. And it's dead, yeah. He's just thrown a good, I don't know how much a Discovery costs nowadays. I'm gonna go with 20-something thousand pounds at least for a second-hand one, down the drain. If you see deep water, rule number one, just don't go through it. If you absolutely cannot avoid going through it, you want to drive through as slowly as possible. You do not want to be splashing that water over the bonnet. It will go straight into the air intake, straight into the airbox, into the engine. And once that water's in your engine, it cannot compress like air. The piston will hit the water and it will literally break your engine block or bend a rod or bend your valves or all three. It's a no-go. Do not do it. If you see deep water, drive around, turn around. Or I've seen some people reverse through, but even then I wouldn't recommend it. But a lot of people with 4x4 seem to think, oh, it's a four-wheel drive, it can go through deep water. They're not built for that. They are built for some puddles, fairly large puddles. I think your average Range Rover is probably about a 20-inch depth. That's not very high. That's not 2 foot, which is written on the little post there on the picture. And that's actually another thing to point out is if you see these Fords, often they have a post in the water, and where the water level is, it actually tells you how deep it is. And if it says 2 or 3 foot, you don't want to be driving through that. Get out your car and swim. Anyway, that's all the clips I have for you today. It's been a lot of fun. Let me know in the comments what you think, and tag us in any clips that you lot like. Really be interested to see them. Take it easy.